I've got to be honest, I wasn't really feeling the 17th episode of Digimon Ghost Game, the newest Digimon season, until the final few minutes where we witnessed something extremely interesting, a canon partner swap, where Ruli, who is officially partnered with Angoramon, and Jellymon, who is officially partnered with Kiyoshiro, those two teamed up with Ruli issuing commands to TESLAJELLYMON to save the others and win the day. This is kind of massive, right? I mean, there aren't many instances of this happening that I can think of, and it would certainly seem to suggest that it's now open season for the other kids doing these partner swaps or partner trades in future episodes. So picture like Hiro and Angoramon teaming up, or Kiyoshiro and Cassette fighting together or something. One thing Ghost Game has been exceptional about, in my opinion, is showing the Digimon partners as their own people, not just accessories or pets to the human kids. Mainly Angoramon and Jellymon, who have night lives and their own friend groups, but this idea that the Digimon can work with other humans than the ones they're sort of assigned to is very, very interesting. So let's go over Digimon Ghost Game episode 17. I said at the start that I wasn't feeling the first 15 minutes of this episode, and I'll go into more detail before sharing a couple more thoughts on the Jellymon and Ruli team up. How I think there was room for them to do one more thing in that scene that I wish they did. If they did what I thought they were going to do, it would have been a complete game changer for the Digimon franchise. Stay tuned till the end to find out what I'm talking about. Episode 17 centers around the kids surviving in sub-zero temperatures. They're inside a geothermal power center that apparently Kiyoshiro is responsible for, or at least partially responsible for building, and this was my first issue with the episode. Not that I'm trying to be a stickler and I think the show needs to be super realistic, I really don't, but I just rarely vibe with the boy genius cliche stuff in shows, and while I can accept that he has already graduated university at a young age, I think it's a pretty absurd premise that this teenage boy, who is also a dorm advisor, built a power plant. It just feels like a stretch, and I don't want to see the show keep going in this direction and using the boy genius thing to justify all these absurd situations. Like, if you keep going down that road, you could see the characters going to the International Space Station and say, oh yeah, Kiyoshiro built it, or something like that. It's a little too much. Maybe it's personal preference and you disagree, but the boy genius cliche stuff, it was stretched a bit too far for me in this scenario. The next big beat of the episode is that Frozomon is assaulting the power plant, which is generating heat, and the idea is that he's trying to maintain the cold temperatures of the area, which we later find out is to help some snow and ice-based Digimon living in the region who need the cold weather. In this segment, Kiyoshiro tells him to stop attacking the power plant, and that causes him to go ballistic and hunt the kids down. That's fine, but what baffled me was the idea that throughout this episode, the other characters like Hiro kept saying things like, this is all happening because of what you said, Kiyoshiro, and you aggravated him, Kiyoshiro. And I rewinded the episode to make sure I didn't miss anything, and if I'm understanding correctly, the big crime Kiyoshiro committed was saying, hey, stop attacking the power plant, stop attacking us. So I'm not exactly sure that I think Kiyoshiro did anything wrong. I'm kind of with him. He literally says, you there, Digimon, what do you want? And then the others say, Kiyoshiro, don't provoke Frozomon. But Frozomon was already blasting the power plant with ice, so I don't see how he was provoking him. It's just a weird setup for me. Next, we see Ruli separated from the group and hunted through the halls of the power plant, and this is the main horror themes, I guess, moment of the episode, and it works. Nothing particularly offensive here or amazing from my point of view, and elsewhere the others, so Hiro, Gamamon, Angoramon, Kiyoshiro, and Jellymon, they're starting to really feel the pain of the rapidly declining temperature, all but Jellymon, that is, who is able to keep her body warm in the TESLAJELLYMON form by sending electric currents throughout her body. The boys' bodies, though, are legitimately shutting down from the cold, and this part was also scary and sad because the cold is no joke and a legit threat to their safety. I was a little surprised to see Digimon make its main characters suffer like this, and TESLAJELLYMON is shocked too to see her partner Kiyoshiro collapse and pass out from the cold. She leaves the scene in search of Ruli, who is in a new outdoor confrontation with Frozomon. And here's where we get the tag team of Ruli and TESLAJELLYMON, as TESLAJELLYMON tells Ruli that they are the only two left and that they need to act together right now. I thought this was an amazing setup, and Jellymon is really the only character in this cast capable of being so blunt and to the point, and it clearly connects with Ruli, who starts issuing battle commands to TESLAJELLYMON. It's awesome to see, but it's also very emotional. Ruli's voice actress does a great job screaming these commands because you really get the sense that she doesn't know if her friends are alive. She just knows that in order to find out more, she needs to first work with TESLAJELLYMON to defeat Frozomon, the enemy at hand. And I teased in the start of this video that I felt there was one thing missing from this tag team, and maybe you and I will disagree, but I thought we might have gotten Jellymon's second evolution through a partnership with a different human here. So through partnering with Ruli. This would have been an absolute game changer for Digimon if Ghost Game decided to say, okay, TESLAJELLYMON is the monster created from Jellymon's bond with Kiyoshiro, and Thetismon, or however you pronounce it, I'm not too sure yet, the ultimate of Jellymon, that's the monster created from Jellymon and Ruli's bond. They were even playing the music that I associate with evolution in this show, so I legit thought for a minute that, you know, Jellymon's ultimate or Jellymon's next evolution was coming, and I was a little sad that it wasn't there. Let me know what you think though. Would you have liked it if Ghost Game decided not to follow the traditional rookie champion ultimate path with one Digimon and one Digidestined, and if instead they tried to say that different partnerships result in different evolutions? Or do you just want it to work the way it always has? Let me know. Super curious. I would have loved if they said that, yeah, this new Jellymon form, the ultimate, I'm not going to show it on screen just in case some people don't want spoilers. We already have the key art from the Vital Bracelet. If that character was born out of Ruli and Jellymon's partnership, I thought that would have been so cool. After the battle, I had one more issue with the episode. Even though I loved the Ruli and Jellymon team up, I was frustrated to again see the show try to insist that there was a misunderstanding when the wintry Digimon came to defend and justify Frozomon's actions. They explain how he was just trying to keep the area cold for them and how when his mind is set on something, he charges forward. But that is hardly an excuse for hunting Ruli down in the power plant and for nearly killing 2 Digimon and 2 human beings. I know the protagonists of this show are good kids, but it was pretty absurd to see them forgive and accept Frozomon's actions when it could have cost them their lives and cost them Kiyoshiro's power plant or whatever. So yeah, overall a strange episode in my opinion, a very unrealistic story setup and irrational behaviors from the characters, like the way Hiro and Angoramon were blaming Kiyoshiro and saying he did something wrong by telling Frozomon to stop attacking them, and the way they all easily forgave Frozomon at the end. It didn't sit right with me. Really did not like any of that, but I love that the show did this incredible thing of letting Ruli command TeslaJellymon in battle, effectively making partner swapping / partner trading like a canon component of Digimon Ghost Game. I want to see Kiyoshiro and Gamamon or Ruli and Gamamon teaming up as soon as possible, please. But I'll stop talking now and end the video. But yeah, let me know how you felt. Maybe our opinions are the same about this one, having a weird premise, or maybe you loved it. Either way, it's an animated series about digital monsters, so it's not the end of the world if you and I disagree. We can keep it civil in the comments, but yeah, I want to hear from you. And yeah, let me know if you also wish that maybe Ruli and Jellymon's tag team triggered a new evolution, or no, you want it to work the way it's always worked. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Have a great week, and I'll see you in the next video.